Creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to ABN News. I am Mariam Shaushat here to bring you the global news that matters. In the next half hour, we'll cover everything from world politics to cultural insights. Stay tuned. First, we have in Lucknow in India's Uttar Pradesh is popular for its catering a wide variety of many iconic vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. Amidst the ongoing election in India, the food stalls become a hub for societal and political discourse.
A popular cliche in Hindi, Delhi ka rasta UP hote hue jata hai, which means road to the power center in Delhi passes through UP. The political saying illustrating the most populous Indian state of Uttar Pradesh with the maximum chunk of Lok Sabha seats plays a very, very crucial role for the national elections. I've been told that the who's who of Lucknow, from top politicians to every tourist who comes to Lucknow, has to have a cup of tea here. मतदान करेंगे, जरूरी है मतदान?
जरूरी मतदान करेंगे, खाना पीना बाद में खाएंगे, पहले मतदान करेंगे, क्योंकि हम मतदान नहीं करेंगे तो सही नेता को हम जज नहीं कर पाएंगे कौन है। सबको अपना अपना मत का देने का अधिकार है, तो अपने अधिकार का पूरा प्रयोग कीजिए।
उत्तर प्रदेश तो 70-80% बदल गया है, महिलाओं की सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से, बच्चों की पढ़ाई की दृष्टि से, और जो लूट खसोट है वो बहुत कम हुई है।
UP has lots of change, lots of the transportation has changed, the security of the basically business class has changed. Main thing business, because business is the economy of the every state, and if the business increases, automatically economy of the state increases.
When you come to Lucknow, besides the Lucknowi biryani and tunde kebab, Lucknow, rather the old Lucknow city, is also very famous for the baturas and the lassi. Come with me and let's enjoy the flavored yogurt ice curd.
मतदान करना इसलिए जरूरी है क्योंकि हमें देश के भविष्य को बनाना है, तो जो देश के लिए काम करें उनको जो है लाना है।
I love Lucknow. I love Lucknow because Lucknow is you smile every day if you are in Lucknow.
We pass through the lanes and bylanes of Lucknow in order to discover and rediscover the old world charm of the city, which is replete with historical legacy. In Lucknow, they call it Nazakat and Nafasat, which means the loveliness, the charm, the beauty and the elegance.
With camera person Aniket Dubey, Sakal Bhatt reporting from Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh for DD India.
The National Search and Rescue Agency, Basarnas, evacuates more than 5,700 people who were affected by the eruption of Mount Ruang in North Sulawesi.
Spokesperson of Manado Basarnas office, Nuriadin, said on Tuesday that rescuers have evacuated more than 5,700 people from the Tagulandang Island in Sitaro Islands Regency between April 30th and May 11th. He said many evacuees are not in the list because they used commercial ship to leave the island. Mount Ruang erupted on April 16th after having increased seismic activity. Volcano Agency has raised Mount Ruang's status gradually from level 1 to the highest level in the 4th-tier volcano alert system. The agency later lowered the status to level 3, but the volcano had a bigger eruption on April 30th. Directorate General of Air Transportation has provided humanitarian aid worth of 125 million rupiah, or approximately $7,700 to the affected residents.
Moving on, the provincial government of Bali will supervise the traffic streets during the 10th World Water Forum through ATCS for 24 hours. Prior to the event, the provincial government of Bali and the Department of Transportation in Bali takes preparation steps to ensure the main roads in Bali are well for the arrival of the delegations.
Bali provincial government has tasked personnel from the Department of Transportation to supervise the traffic through ATCS for 24 hours during the process. The personnel will take turns. Personnel in the ATCS room will ensure the traffic lights are arranged so the roads of the delegation that will pass through are sterile. The control system rooms are located in Patung Satria Gatotkaca, Kuta, Sanur, and Denpasar. The control system rooms are directly faced to the main roads, including South Badung Selatan and South Denpasar, as access to the 10th World Water Forum venue. Meanwhile, the Department of Transportation in Bali also coordinate so that the ATCS will work optimally for the regencies and the cities that are selected as destination for the delegations. In order to further smoothen the event, the Department of Transportation in Bali, or Dinas Perhubungan, plans to divert traffic with an open house scheme, where certain roads are closed to citizens which to be used for the delegation. Head of the Road Traffic Division at the Department of Transportation of Bali, Iputu Sutaryana, is uncertain about the duration of this open and closed road scheme, but assures the citizens it won't last for long. Sutaryana reminds the citizens regarding the timeline of the 10th World Water Forum that will be attended by numerous countries. The 10th World Water Forum will take place in Bali from 18th to 25th of May.
President Joko Widodo and SpaceX owner Elon Musk are scheduled to inaugurate the Starlink satellite services during the World Water Forum WWF in Nusa Dua, Bali this weekend.
Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs and Investment Luhut Binsar Panjaitan said that President Jokowi and CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, Elon Musk, will launch the Starlink satellite service on the sidelines of the 10th World Water Forum in Nusa Dua, Bali on May 19. Luhut said the US tech billionaire has confirmed his attendance at the event and that he would also speak in the sessions at the Water Forum. Luhut added that the Starlink satellite service will improve communication and digital connectivity, especially in far-flung areas. Communication and Informatics Minister Budi Ari Setiadi said earlier that Starlink's network of low Earth orbit satellites will be able to reach remote areas and outer islands which have very limited internet access. He said that Starlink has passed the feasibility test to get a permit to operate in Indonesia.
As the temperature in Saudi Arabia during this year's Hajj season will range between 40 and 50 degrees Celsius, the Indonesian Religious Affairs Ministry has warned pilgrims from the country to be cautious against heat and dust.
Head of the Crisis Management for Hajj pilgrims in Medina, Laksmana Ari Chandra, said on Sunday that the weather will be hot during the 2024 Hajj season with temperature between 40 and 50 degrees Celsius. Apart from the heat stroke threat, the climate in Saudi Arabia also comes with dust that Hajj pilgrims may inadvertently inhale. There is also air pollution caused by heavy traffic during the Hajj season. Therefore, Ari advised all worshippers to wear medical or fabric face masks to prevent the dust from entering the respiratory tract. He also reminded pilgrims to consult with health officers, especially when they begin to feel unhealthy. Ari added that a health officer will be on standby at each hotel for 24 hours with anti-allergy medicines. If the pilgrims need further treatment, they can consult with health officers in their batch.
The 77th Cannes Film Festival is going to be a red-letter event in the history of Cannes. This edition witnessed the inauguration of a Bharat Pavilion, a stage to showcase the best of Indian cinema at the Cannes. India's Information and Broadcasting Secretary Sanjay Jaju spoke how the Bharat Pavilion will form a hub of global collaboration in Indian cinema and also serve to promote Indian cinema on a global stage.
Joining us in Cannes is India's Information and Broadcasting Secretary Shri Sanjay Jaju. He is heading the Indian delegation to Cannes this year in 2024. Welcome, Secretary Sir, to DD India. You inaugurated the Bharat Pavilion. It's a pavilion in a new avatar this time around, and you spoke about how we've borrowed from Natya Shastra this time around. Tell us, what does a pavilion in a new avatar really mean for India as a country, for Bharat as a country?
So, Bharat is not, in few years going to be the third largest economy in the world. We have the largest segment of our population living outside India. In fact, it's not just the economic ascendance that we are achieving, but at the same time, our soft power, our soft touch is also becoming and getting amplified all across the world. So we through the Bharat Pavilion, we wanted to convey that cinema or Natya Shastra goes back 2,500 years or even beyond, and that's how we picked up the theme from Natya Shastra, how this concept of Sutradhar started from our Natya Shastra, and all the nuances of filmmaking are actually spelled out in the Natya Shastra. And that's how, movies came to India, I think within a span of their inventions all over. Because, we have this whole culture of song, dance, drama embedded in our national ethos, in our DNA. And so we wanted to convey that through the India Pavilion and present a very composite picture so that all the industry associations, film associations, all combine and join under this overarching umbrella of Bharat Pavilion.
Before I come to the issue of film facilitations by India, I want to talk about Bharat Parv. For the first time, a festival of sorts, which is an Indian festival, is being organized here by India. Why is that significant?
It's significant because it gives us an opportunity to not just showcase what we have in terms of our culture, in terms of our filmmaking culture, but at the same time, a complete tapestry of cuisines, dances, drama, songs, and entertainment that's available. So we wanted to bring that under one roof. So we've created this new event called Bharat Parv, and we're very happy that it will not just see participation of all those who are participating from India, but all those who are interested in India. Because the idea is to create in India. And when we say create in India, we're rolling out a red carpet to all those who have all the producers, the creators, to come and make films in India. We have the huge market for seeing films in our country, but at the same time, you have a lot of skill sets available. You have artists, you have production workers, you have crew available, you have post-production facilities available, and on top of it, we have also created a portal through which we give online clearances to all those who are applying to get permissions and incentives in an absolutely seamless fashion. So the whole idea is to create in India and for rest of the world.
Give us a glimpse of what the future really holds, because we already have seamless facilitations, abundant incentives, but what are we going to do to further liberalize this space?
So globally, if you look at it, it's a huge business. The media and the entertainment segment is a huge business. It's a segment that's also getting very heavily disrupted by because of the advent of technology. And it's important that India is an IT powerhouse for the world, and we leverage that situation and try and bring a lot of post-production activities, filmmaking activities to our country. And that's how we look at the visual effects and the animation segment to be a propeller for the global media and the entertainment segment. And that's how we are trying to position India as the hub for the activities that actually become part of this overall canvas.
Lastly, you inaugurated the Bharat stall, which is in a way an amalgamation of commerce and cinema. What can we expect going forward?
So filmmaking is is an economic activity. I mean, it's a creative activity, but it's also an economic activity. A lot of money gets spent when you make films, and it's important that this business remains remunerative. This business has returns on investment, and that's how this whole concept of creating marketplace, and in our own situations also creating film bazaars, where our producers, where our independent producers, small-time producers are not just able to find buyers, they are able to get exhibitors. And this whole activity has huge employment and the economic potential. So it's important that we stitch all ends. And that's how we look at the marketplace being created here. And this is how we are going to also be looking at the International Film Festival of India, in which again opportunities will be provided to prospective sellers to come and exhibit their wares and try and get people who get enthused and interested in the work done by them.
Towards the end, we can't not talk about Indian films. All we imagine is light is in the competition section. Your message for Indian films?
So my congratulations. It's happening after many decades that we have a film which is in the competition section, and there are other films also which are being exhibited. At the same time, we have also created an opportunity of market screening for various films this time at Cannes. And the idea is again, to stitch the ends up and to, fill the entire supply chain and the value chain, so that those who make films are able to find the market for their films and able to make money out of that, because that's what is ultimately going to create the economic multiplier for the segment.
Thank you, Mr. Jaju, for speaking to us on DD India. So that was a 360-degree view of Indian cinema here at Cannes with cameraman YK Loknath. This is Munmun Bhattacharya from Cannes for DD India.
In Uttar Pradesh's Kannauj, a perfume factory becomes a haven for skilled artisans who, under the scorching sun, infuse every bottle with creativity. As the upcoming general election approaches, these artisans hold certain expectations. Watch this report by the AAVN correspondent Siddharth Bhardwaj.
In Uttar Pradesh's Kannauj, workers in this perfume factory are busy crafting scents. They are skilled professionals and have mastered the art of creating mesmerizing fragrances. In this scorching heat, they pour their creativity in each bottle, all set for the market shelves. They receive a monthly salary of around 8,000 to 9,000 rupees, which they argue is insufficient to provide for their families. With the upcoming polls, they anticipate improved facilities to address their needs.
सैलरी मिलती है 9,000 रुपये, तो मुश्किल से मतलब परिवार चला पाते हैं। खेती में भी सुबह काम करते हैं, तब आते हैं।
10,000 की नौकरी करते हैं यहाँ, और घर परिवार हमारा चलता है और खेती बाड़ी करते हैं। अच्छा तो यही है कि जो है सरकार सही चले और जो है हमारा विकास होए, शिक्षा है सही होना चाहिए, स्कूल कॉलेज बच्चों की शिक्षा मिलना चाहिए। मेन बात तो ये है मेरी सबसे ज़्यादा।
The average production in the perfume factory here is about 20 kilograms per day.
Now it is going on of Atar Mehendi. So Atar Mehendi is a flower which only we get in the eastern region here in Uttar Pradesh. We have a production capacity of say around 20 kgs, and minimum to is like I cannot tell.
Kannauj has 350 small and big distillation units engaging 8,000 farmers who supply raw materials to them. It engages 40% of the local population in this business directly or indirectly. At Kannauj's perfume factory, each fragrance is a tale, and every worker is a keeper of his history.
These workers work really hard to make these fragrances, and they hope that these upcoming elections will bring some fragrance to their lives as well. With camera person Saurabh Shukla, this is Siddharth Bharadwaj reporting for DD India in Kannauj.
And with that, we conclude this edition of AAVN News. Thank you all for watching. Hoping you all enjoyed the stories and insights we shared. From all of us here in PSM News, we bid you a good night.
Creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.